What's up, everyone? Josh with Survive First Contact, getting ready for Green Beret Range Day 2022. I'll be teaching the Fieldcraft Station there, and before that, I wanted to go over things that I pack in my Bugout bag. Get home bag, the bag that lives in my vehicle. In case something happens while I'm out on the road, I can grab the vehicle and go. So let's get to it. Apologize for this being in the house. I got food cooking right now, so wanted to do it inside. But yeah, all this pile fits in my bag right here. It's a Gregory Bag, the Denali model, 65 liter. Everything fits. Quality stuff from Gregory. I have multiples of their bags. I trust them for sure. Kind of going to go methodically on this one, and then mention things that I have in the car to supplement this. Like I said, this lives in the car as like a grab and go type solution. Like I said, Gregory Denali Bag. Wanted to start on some of the things attached to the outside of the bag. Got a Petzl Tactica headlamp attached to the outside of the bag, in case we grab it and it's dark. And got my cat tourniquet attached to the outside of the bag. So things that I want to be able to get at immediately if I grab it and go, depending on conditions, or if there's something like an injury. Also attached to the outside of the bag, Columbia rain jacket. I just feed that on the straps on the side of the bag. So if it's raining when I'm out and about, I just grab my rain jacket off my bag and go. Moving up to the top flap of my bag, I have a pocket on the outside and then multiple pockets on the inside here. So going with top flap. So things that I want to be able to get at immediately. I have my navigation kit. It's a local map, Virginia, that I had made at mytopo.com. Protractor, a Cinto compass, some things to mark with. There's some note-taking materials in here. Also things that I want to be able to immediately get at. I have a hat in case I'm not wearing one out when this happens. Set of binos so I can observe things at a distance. Signaling device, VS17 panel. I can deploy that out pretty quickly and signal somebody if I'm lost or need help. Other things to immediately accessible. My fire kit here. Got my good old trusty Bic lighter, all vacuum sealed. They got 2 of them in there. A magnifying glass, some stormproof matches, magnesium bar. That's my little fire kit right on top. I have a water purification kit on the go. So this is a Sawyer filter with the squeeze bag system. And then I have some iodine tablets here. Yes, I know there's larger systems in place to purify water. But for this, I can just fill this up and drink directly through the filter. Or I can stop, collect some water, toss a couple iodine tablets into my container and keep moving. And within 30 minutes, iodine purified my water. Snacks available on top, things that are ready to eat, that are calorie dense and light. I like peanut butter for that. So there's top flap of the ruck. Moving into the inner portion of the top flap, so things that I'll be able to get at readily, but not as quickly. I still have to open the main compartment. Baby wipes. Feel like that's a no-brainer for sanitation purposes in the field. And then I've done videos on this before. This is my little pocket pharmacy. Got a bunch of over-the-counter meds, rehydration stuff, Band-Aids, boo-boo kits, female hygiene stuff, all that stuff accessible in the top flap. All right, moving down to the, there's a little flap here on the outside, or a pouch rather. It's where I keep my main canteen from Clean Canteen. These are 40 ounces. I have my notes on there for iodine tablets. Also, I know that measured 32 ounces. If I fill the water up to my pinky, that's my 32 ounce mark, so I can just use 2 iodine tablets for that. Like I said, every surface I like to write on for notes. Little canteen cup, help cook out of and drink out of as well. Single walled bottles from Clean Canteen or other comparable companies, so that you can collect and purify water by boiling on here if you need to. That's on the outside. Moving across to the same pocket on the opposite side of the bag, I have my quick deploy shelter system set up here and my cutting devices. I have a sliding saw right here. A lot of people like axes. I like a saw because it's easier to deploy and it's quieter. If you're trying to hide, you can cut pretty quietly with a saw. Basic multi-tool, knife sharpener. Those all fit in this IFAC size pouch. So my little cutting kit. Moving into my shelter kit, I got a multi-cam poncho. I have a ridge line with my little bank lines tied with prusik knots on there, so I can quick deploy that and make an A-frame shelter quickly. A whole bunch of other cordage, 4 lengths here that are daisy chained, so I can secure each end of my shelter, at least 4 ends of it. And then pre-made aluminum stakes You can make steaks out in the field. I like having them pre-made, just quick and easy. And then I have just some extra cordage here, some extra 550 electrical tape that can be braided, used into cordage, made to repair things. It stretches. I like electrical tape. All right, before we get into the main compartment, along the back of the bag between the back pad and the main compartment, there's a sleeve where like a camelback would go. So I keep my larger water collection containers in there. I have one of these plastic water cubes. That's 5 liters. And then I have my soft side military canteen. That's 2 quarts, only 1 ounce difference between a liter and a quart, so not a big deal. But anyways, so that's 7 liters of water that I can collect on the go and purify either through boiling or through chemical means, through my filter, what have you. Also back there, I have my folding shovel, because digging with your hands or sticks is a pain in the butt. And then to keep that protected, as in not cutting holes in my bag, I have it wrapped in this neon shirt, again, that I can throw on as a piece of signaling device or get out and wave around, whatever. Everything multi-purpose if you can have it that way. Excuse me. All right. Moving on to the main compartment of the bag. So this portion would be on the upper portion of the bag, so you'd be able to get at it sooner. This is my food kit, so all inside a waterproof, weatherproof bag. I have 6 Mountain House meals. Outside of having snacks like my peanut butter and things immediately available to eat, I like freeze-dried food because it's light and all you have to do is add water. The disadvantage is you have to stop and add water to do it, but I like Mountain House. They taste great. They're a little pricey, but all freeze-dried food is. I like it because it's light and I can pack a bunch. I have 6 meals in here because if it's my wife and I and we have to go somewhere, I at least want 1 to 2 days of food in this form of meals for both of us before we have to think about exposing ourselves to danger and procuring food somehow or hunting, what have you. Going down from there, I have my little cooking kit here. I have this aluminum bowl, or pan rather, and then inside this piece of Tupperware, I have a GSI micro stove, some more iodine tablets in there for water. Got a chunk of tin foil because you can cook pretty easily on tin foil, just an extra cooking surface. And then with my stove, a bottle of fuel, and then I have this adapter that screws onto your micro stove that converts your micro stove to accept one of the 5-pound like Coleman camping bottles. So super great find. These are like $15. Great to have. A little food kit. Also in the food kit, in this little plastic pouch, I have a little micro fishing kit. So some sinkers, some lines, some swivels, couple lures in there, little bobber, that sits. Just a micro fishing kit, everything super light. And that all sits in this fanny pack. Some more wet wipes in there. Other things to wrap the metal pieces in there so they don't rattle around while I'm moving. And then just move this out of the way, but this is just illuminated lantern, solar lantern, gathers light. It's pretty bright. I've done a post on this before, and it has a little USB port to charge USB devices, like your phones that have maps and emergency communication and all that other good stuff. Moving on to the bottom portion of the bag in the main compartment, I have my larger waterproof bag from Seal Line that all of this fits in. Then I have the smaller bag here that we'll talk about. Basically, this is my clothing layers, warming layers, and sleeping kit. So I have here just your old beat-up military poncho liner, but super light and super warm. I have double nest hammock for myself, plenty of space, or my wife and I if needed. And then the Pathfinder waterproof bivvy. Grabbed these not too long ago and threw one of these each in my own vehicle bag and my wife's bag, because having something that doesn't breathe as well, still breathes, but it's going to trap heat inside. It's got a reflective material like this, almost like a space blanket on the inside, just as another layer to help keep you dry and warm. Going from there, in my second waterproof bag here that I chose to be neon orange, again, just something else to signal with, redundant purposes. In here, I got change of socks and a t-shirt. I have 2 wool or acrylic watch caps, again, for my wife and I, and just having a warming layer to toss on your head is huge. And then I have my military jacket liner, smoking jacket, made of the same material as your poncho liner. It's nylon, so it's not warm when it's wet, but it is additional layer, a warming layer to climb in while you're sleeping. Not pictured here, but I do have in the car a foam sleeping mat. I prefer foam sleeping mats over blow-up ones. I know they're a little bit larger and cumbersome, but you can't pop a foam sleeping mat. Oh, my dogs are going to come critique my video here. Hi, guys. Also not pictured in the car is my full-on medical kit. I've done posts on the full medical kit bag before, but has everything to cover all of your T-Tri-C emergencies. And since it's a car bag, I have multiples of things in there. So in addition to my tourniquet that's on my bag, I have the full-on med kit that I'd grab out of there. I also always have 1 case of water, and then as an additional warming layer, a green military wool blanket, because I like wool for warming. Wool maintains its thermal properties when it's wet. But anyways, guys, that's all I got for you. I just wanted to go over my Bugout bag, pack out. This guy weighs about 40 pounds as it sits right now, all in this Gregory bag. Of course, without all my water sources full. So keep that in mind when you're packing, and there's no tactical considerations in here. So no guns, no bullets, no pouches, any of that stuff. So just consider all of that when you're packing for your Bugout setup, and realize that you're going to be constrained by how much space you have and the weight you can actually carry. The last thing I wanted to say is also not pictured. I have an extra pair of hiking boots in my car. I work a desk job now, so I wear business casual, like dress type shoes to work, so not shoes that I can move any kind of distance in. So I have an old pair of hiking boots that I retired. They're still in good shape, but I got a new pair, so old pairs go in my car bag so that I always have a pair of boots in there in case I have to move out. Even in my dress clothes, I can throw on hiking boots and hoof it home. Hope that was helpful, guys. Peace. Stay safe out there. If you're going to Green Beret Range Day next week, we'll see you out there. If you haven't gone and signed up yet, go to gbrangeday.com and go sign up for the Fieldcraft Station. See you out there, guys. Peace.